Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that if you're returning. How you doing? Grab your coffee. Maybe a snack or two, and let's get into it. But have you called my guy John to have your trees done? Hurricane season is coming. Got to get your trees done. And also, have you gotten your cars looked at? Okay, especially if you're in the Tampa Bay area. Give Dirty White Boy a call, all right, at Consumer Car Care. He'll also look at your generators, all right? And, let's get going on our pantries, guys, because what I'm about to tell you, a lot of you guys have already sent this to me, and I'm like, oh, God. Get your inventories in check, all right? And I use Prepper Nerd's inventory system. He's balls to the wall. I love it, Anyway, you might want to get up with his system. So, who here has an overabundance of peanut butter in their pantries? Raise your hand. Now, who here has Jif, J-I-F peanut butter in their pantries? All right, yeah. Me too. Yeah. Okay, well, there's a recall. I know what you're going to say, but there's a recall on Jif peanut butter, okay? Now, you know what I always say when it comes to recalls. Take it with a grain of salt. Do with it what you will, but as always, safety first, okay? So, there's many types and sizes that were recalled, including creamy, crunchy, natural, and reduced fat. So they made sure they covered all the peanut butter. Check for these numbers 1274425 through 2140425. All right, and it's salmonella. How salmonella can affect peanut butter, I do not know, but safety first, okay? Am I going to get rid of my peanut butter? Hell to the no. And now on to this. One of our very own is selling her home in Orlando, Florida. This home is breathtakingly gorgeous. I will leave the link in the description box below. It's one of those, if only I could, I would. It is so gorgeous. And it's a prepper's dream. It's urban homestead in Orlando, Florida. Okay? I know a lot of people are moving to Florida. So if you're looking for your dream home that is equipped for people of the prepared mind, yeah, buddy, this would be my house that I would so buy. On to this. It's raining again. It's been raining for 3 days straight. I know a lot of us still shop at Walmart's, but this is Walmart.com's latest trick. Right, Stormy Bug? I love you too. To save on boxes, this is what they're doing. Looks like they're going to be sending out our food buckets, because you know how you can buy freeze-dried food through Walmart? Now, what they're doing is they're not putting the food buckets in boxes and sending it out. No, they're just sending out the buckets. And the buckets are coming in like... Bug? Stop that. Talk about trying to not be anonymous anymore. It's just terrible. So, on to this. This was sent to me. It was on Fox News, but it's better to get on this email list for mommies and babies if you, okay. And they are the first formula maker in 15 years to actually be registered with the FDA. They launched their first baby formula in March. They pursued development for 5 years. They have their own manufacturing facility in Pennsylvania, and they completed clinical trials. They took on 3 months worth of new customers. They have temporarily paused taking on new customers to make sure they can meet the demand. They are ramping up production and hoping to take new customers on very soon. It's called By Heart No Compromise Nutrition Infant Formula. The link will be in the description box below. Hopefully this can help a lot of us mommies and babies, all right? So, on to this. This came in from the UK. She says, some I would say increased more crisps. And those are potato chips to us. You call them chips, are 25%. The prices of hundreds of grocery items have risen more than 20% in 2 years. In the UK, some of the biggest increases found by which including 21.4% rise in the cost of Kellogg's Crunchy Nut Cornflakes. Mushrooms were up 21.4%. And Cathedral City Extra Mature Cheddar by 21.1% in some stores. Fizzy drinks had the biggest average price rises, 5.9%. And this was followed by butters and spreads, energy drinks, and milks, which also found Nescafe, Azera, A-Z-E-R-A, Americano, decaf, instant coffee. Stormy, don't drink my coffee. Was cut from 100 grams to 90 grams in Tesco in February, but it still cost £5.49. And the investigation also found that stores had limited the availability of own label budget ranges, and it found the number of promotions reduced across every one of the 20 categories of popular groceries. So this is just, it's affecting the UK as well. And also this, pounds not dollars petrol, you call it gas per liter, just over a pint, not a gallon. Okay, and shrinkflation is rife with many products staying at the same price but reducing in size. So ASDA, which is ASDA, closed cup mushrooms, 250 to 300 grams, was 70 pence, now 85 pence. Tesco, Italian antipasta salami and prosciutto, prosciutto, but I call it prosciutto. I'm Italian, sorry. Selection, 120 grams was £2, now £2.43, up 21.4%. Ocado, O-C-A-D-O, and Leverstoke Park Farm, organic buffalo mozzarella, 125 grams was £2.31, now £2.80, up 21.4%. Asda, Braces, luxury medium white bread, 800 grams was 99 pence, now $1.20, up 21.3%. And Asda, Warburton's soft brown sandwich thins 6-pack was 86 pence, now $1.04 pound, up 21.3%. Wow, thank you for that. That's amazing. So on to this. These gas prices are in Pennsylvania. Diesel needs to go down. Well, I said in a previous video that once diesel reaches $8 a gallon, all trucking will stop. And guess what? In Pennsylvania, it's up to $6.89. And my husband was showing me a picture. I think it was California. It was over $8 a gallon for diesel. Not sure of which area of California it was. So here you go. All right, so this email came in, and ladies, please listen up, even men, all right? This is another head on a swivel, okay, episode. She said, I told you about things being brought to our small Tennessee town weeks ago. I went to Walmart yesterday. I was in the food section when all heck broke loose. A group of grown men came through the front door yelling, screaming, and hollering at the very tops of their lungs. It sounded like the worst fight you could imagine. The shooting in Buffalo was just days ago, and everyone just froze and looked at each other in terror. It never let up and was headed in our direction. I got to the end cap by the bakery. I had my finger on the trigger. Oh, God, girl. Oh, Lord. For you to be that scared, to have to do something like that. I'm glad that you had that and that you were able to defend yourself if the time ever came. But Lord, she said, I got to where I could see them as I scanned for side doors. They weren't speaking English or Spanish. It was something else. And and they very obviously weren't Central or South American like the others have been. As they headed to the back, something snapped in everyone, and we all ran through the loading dock, side exits, or the closest doors. I've never been that scared in my life, but I knew if impossibly cornered, I wouldn't hesitate to shoot them. Oh, Lord. Their commotion couldn't have been louder, and it was continuous. They were even making weird animal sounds interspersed in the yelling. I went to the dollar store to clear my head. I went back to Walmart an hour later and sat in the parking lot. It seemed to be totally normal as folks were leaving. I got out, went in, and there was my buggy where I abandoned it. I got in checkout, asked the cashier what happened. He didn't have a clue either what it was all about. Good Lord. I have to burn gas to another town to shop. It's no longer safe here. Oh, honey. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have no words. I have no words. I seriously, I have no words. And I'm very sorry that you had to endure something as horrific and scary as that. But that leads to this, okay? Why? Why is this even happening? That a group of men would run into a Walmart screaming and making animal sounds. For what purpose? Were the cops called? Not like they could probably do anything. I'm stunned. I'm shocked. I'm like... So, on to this. This happened in Wilkes-Barre. A woman was stabbed in a grocery store parking lot Thursday afternoon. She described her attacker as having a crazy look in their eye before the attack. That's what was in the criminal complaint. The complaint also said that 3 children with Natasha Watson yelled, "Please stop," as they watched the attack and resisted her attempt to get them into the victim's car before driving it away. After police pursued the car but broke off the pursuit due to heavy traffic, Watson, 33, of Regent Street, later crashed on North River Street in Plains Township and was taken into custody, the complaint said. She refused to submit to blood tests at the hospital where she was taken to be tested for driving under the influence. Police filed felony charges of aggravated assault, robbery, and fleeing police against Watson. She was arraigned Thursday night and, unable to post the $250,000 bail, was committed to the Luzerne County Correctional Facility. The victim, Danielle Richard, suffered a punctured lung, in addition to stab wounds in the back and shoulder area, and her condition was stabilized. Witnesses described a chaotic scene in the Save-A-Lot parking lot on South Main Street just after 1 p.m. The witnesses said they saw the attack and one of the children being dragged by the car that almost hit a police vehicle arriving on the scene. Richard told police the attack was unprovoked and that she did not know Watson. According to the complaint, Richard had placed her groceries in the trunk of her Honda Civic, returned her cart to the front of the store, and was walking back to her car when Watson asked for directions to a Dollar Tree store. Richard provided the directions and said she noticed a crazy look on Watson's face before the attack. And Richard said she heard the children with Watson yell, "Please stop," to her. Watson grabbed the car keys from Richard during the attack, but when Richard grabbed them back, it only angered Watson more, causing her to stab the victim several more times. Watson again grabbed the keys and got into the car, dragging her children with her as she began to flee the parking lot. Richard said Watson was unable to get the kids into the car and drove off as police sirens were heard approaching. At the scene, police recovered what was described as a kitchen-type knife with a black handle and blade approximately 5 to 6 inches long. Guys, when I tell you, please head on a swivel. Okay? If you don't have to go alone, do not go alone. Okay, please. These are 2 stories, one of which is personal, that happened to one of us, and another which happened to a complete stranger, but still should rattle you enough that you do not go anywhere alone. So, on to this. So Bojo, you know him, Boris Johnson, just put another nail in his political coffin. The absolutely deranged, self-serving, devoid of all morals idiot has just sent 22 ambulances to the Big U. Yeah. This man is a first-class jerk. I can't even... I can't, and I don't want to. Wow. So this, okay, this comes from a subscriber in Australia, and she said, because the other day I had talked about stocking up on chlorine, even if you don't have a pool, you know, get some pool supplies in, you know, because of, you know, water purification and whatnot. And she said, chlorine can purify water. She said, I worked at a chicken plant for 25 years. We signed non-disclosure papers. So anyway, all chicken products are dipped in chlorine. I bet you didn't know that, did you? I didn't. And she said, it was so much that I always used to say, well, why not just throw your chicken in your swimming pool and eat it? It's the same thing. I was joking, now not so much. Sometimes the chlorine was so strong we would wear breathing masks and our eyes would go red from trying to package it. She said, oh, okay, yeah, I won't show that. She added a picture of herself in her gear, but she asked me not to show it, and I won't because that's, one thing on this channel, your privacy is very valued here, and I will never, ever do that to you guys. So... whoa. My gosh, I never knew any of that. Did you guys know that our chicken was literally bathed in chlorine water? I had no clue. My Lord. Oh, man. So this comes in from my favorite gal pal in the UK, and she said, well, I have another piece of bad news, which I heard earlier today and was going to email you, but you might know about it already. No, I did not. She said, a food insecurity expert predicts there's only 10 weeks worth of wheat supplies left in the world, and I have no idea how much of this is true or whether it's just scaremongering. You know, no, I did not know about that, but the link will be in the description box below for you guys, okay? So, oh boy, you know, this is just, guys, it's getting to be too much. It really is. Sometimes I feel overwhelmed, but then, you know, I can only imagine how you guys feel, you know, and this was sent to me, and I love this picture. She said, I saw your most recent video. The storm in the background seems to make it extra ominous. I found this pic, and I thought that even though it's a bit ironic, there's still a lot of truth. Things will get worse. And as the enemies keep seeing our weakness, they don't know our strengths. It's so true. We are a united country that will fight because we have the courage to do so. I'm not afraid of dying for the beliefs we hold. We are Christians, which means death has so authority over us. Yes, people will suffer, and they already are, but never lose sight of the ultimate reason for being here, to know and love and serve God in this life and then in the next. God has control, and we are here trying to do His will. It's better to be prepared than not, and to be ready to help those around you. No one is ready for this, but if we all garden, yes, our freedom gardens. I encourage everyone to have a freedom garden. I really do. Then we are that much closer to self-sufficiency. A self-sufficient, well-prepared person is the best way to prepare. Don't let your heart be discouraged by the struggles of this life, but instead offer them up and rejoice in the coming of heaven. That's a beautiful picture. I love it. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. And as always, fearless. Ciao.